Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kalamazoo College softball field for today's non-conference softball matchup featuring the Eagles of Benedictine University and your Kalamazoo College Hornets. Good afternoon again. My name is Zach Metz. Joining me today is Maya Pasillas. Maya, thank you for joining me up here in our tightly crammed-in press box. What are some of the things that you're looking for today to see out of Kalamazoo?
Well, I'm looking for Jordan Cook to really get into the groove today. I'm really looking for her to just lock in. I think a clean game from her will mean a win for Kalamazoo. Also, you heard the news. Emma Newlove set a new Kalamazoo career home run record, right? She has 11 home runs currently on the career home runs, right? And I think she's really on a heat streak right now. She's really hot. So, if she can continue to stretch that into today's game and then into MIAA playtime, I mean, we're looking for a strong contending MIAA champion here. And I really think that they're in a groove right now, and if they can continue working on it, there's some things that, right, we still need to touch up on, like the ERA, right? Jordan Cook has an ERA of 3.12. Still a really, really good one. I just think that it can use some cleaning up, and that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to seeing today. I think I was watching the warm-up just a tad here, and I think that they really look set in, and I'm looking for a positive outcome today.
We thank you all for tuning into this one. The home plate meeting happening right now as we speak. We have two games for you today, and then, we've got another triple header. We have men's lacrosse later tonight. We thank you all for tuning into game one of our softball doubleheader. Again, my name is Zach Metz. Next to me, Maya Pasillas. We hope you enjoyed today's matchup featuring the Eagles of Benedictine and the Hornets of Kalamazoo. take a look at the starting lineup for Benedictine in this game. Leading off and catching, junior from Romeoville, Illinois, number 4, Morgan Bruno. Batting second, playing first base, junior from Dyer, Indiana, number 8, Taylor Oppenheis. Batting third, playing third, wearing number 20, Haley Barnes. Batting fourth, the designated player, wearing number 1, Victoria Dazinski. Batting fifth, and pitching, wearing number 30, Mackenzie Johnson. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 3, Jasmine Lozano. Batting seventh, wearing number 9, number 18, Jenna Barkey. Batting eighth and playing center field, wearing number 10, Lauren Bogard. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 17, Brenna Deutscher. Taking the circle for Kalamazoo, coming off of 2 phenomenal performances, including a perfect game, is Jordan Cook, the senior from Vicksburg. Has pitched 7 complete games, or 7 games started rather, 3 complete games, a 2-2 win-loss record with a shutout in there, the perfect game. 40 and a third in innings pitched, 40 hits, 18 earned runs, 15 walks, 33 Ks, a 2.55 average against, 3.12 earned run average. Like you said in the open, Maya, not a bad ERA by any means, but something you think she can improve on. As we get ready to start this game, we are underway. First pitch outside, ball number 1. Our first pitch today at 2:59 p.m. Our game time temperature and weather, 52 degrees and cloudy.
Yeah, it's going to be these first 3 outs that I think are really going to set the tone for today's game. If Kalamazoo can make it quick and get a quick 3, get to the plate, I really think that should be their top priority on the mind right now.
2-0 is low, and it's 3 balls, no strikes to Morgan Bruno, the leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Benedictine comes into this game at 11-5 overall as the 3-0 missed. And so now it is 3-0. Cook gets her signal, yet to find the strike zone yet. That's fouled straight back by Bruno.
Again, Cook just really looking for that strike zone. I think really just doesn't want to lose his batter. I think she can really reel it back in. I did a bit of pitching myself, and I think right now this is just her searching to kind of get comfortable with her pitches.
Bruno's a 347 hitter, 17 hits on the year, 3-1. Again, back to the screen. Benedictine is a really, really difficult team to strike out. As a team, they've only struck out 31 times this year. Kalamazoo at 10-6 overall coming into this game following their split with Manchester. The 3-2 is upstairs, ball 4. The leadoff runner is on. And Bruno is an excellent base stealer with 17 on the year as up comes Taylor Oppenheis. 313 hitter with 15 hits on the year. First pitch, runner goes. Bunt is popped up into foul territory, and nothing will come of that.
Yeah, Zach, and you mentioned how Benedictine is hard to strike out. Well, really, pitchers like Cook are going to be looking probably to kind of force that pop-up. You kind of seen it with the bunt, but not really there, and it's going to be kind of forcing those foul outs, kind of just anything in the air really is going to give them an advantage because, right, it's not going to allow that runner on first to run to second unless she really gets a quick touchback. Just infield pop-ups are what they're looking for if they can't get the strikeout.
0-2 is down low as we look at the Hornets in the field. Cook in the circle, Macy Ward behind the plate. Jordan Weesaw at first, J.C. Ryder at second, Bella Casas at third. The shortstop, Ella Newman, in the outfield from left to right, Brenna Fisher, Landry Fritzma, and Emma Newlove. 0-2 on the ground to second. Could be 2. Newlove goes 6-4. They won't have a throwback to first, so 1 away. Oppenheis reaches on the fielder's choice.
Up to bat, number 20, Haley Barnes.
Brings up Haley Barnes, senior from Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
Yeah, and just on that last play, I think Ella Newman just had a little bit of trouble getting it out of her glove. I definitely think that they had enough time to make that switch into a double play. Just got a little sticky in the glove.
That one's on the ground. Newman able to stop it. No play there. It'll be an infield single. Puts 2 on, 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Victoria Dazinski.
Yeah, definitely not the situation you want to be in. And Newman definitely knows that that one was a little bit on her there, but again, she's pushing forward, and I think moving past those, a lot of the times we use the saying short-term memory, and I like to forget about those small mistakes and focus on getting the next big play.
First one's outside to the junior from Norwich, Illinois. A 314 average with 16 hits, including a long ball. Benedictine is a team not known for their slugging per se, but they do have 4 home runs on the year as the pitch fouled out of play. Here comes a 1-1 with 1 out in the top of the first. Upstairs for a ball. Jordan Cook mentioned her last 2 starts, phenomenal. Against Ohio Wesleyan a week ago, pitched the first perfect game in program history, striking out 3 in 5 innings as that one's flied into left field. Brenna Fisher's underneath it to make the grab, and there are 2 down.
Yeah, and you're looking for kind of short pop-ups like that. That was very manageable out there by the outfield, and it was a quick out. Anything like that to help Cook out and get out of this inning and then get to batting is really going to be beneficial.
The last start for Cook on Tuesday was, you could make the case just as good. 2 more innings, a full complete game. Gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 5. As the first pitch, a swing and a miss to the pitcher, Mackenzie Johnson. At the plate, 333 with 7 hits and a home run. Talk about her pitching numbers. When she comes out the pitch, misses that one, and it snowballs 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was just back-to-back nice pitches there by Cook. Good spin, nice speed.
Here comes the 0-2, just outside for a ball. Only 1 and 2. Open highs at second, Barnes at first. Hornets look to bring their bats up in game tied at 0, and that game's fouled over the fence onto Mackenzie Field. Should Johnson reach, she would be followed by Jasmine Lozano. That misses, 2 and 2. Kalamazoo going with the all black today, one of the newer sets. Benedictine wearing white. Pitch popped up, won't leave the infield. Newman is under it, makes the grab. And Jordan Cook able to strand 2 runners as we go to the bottom of the first. No score between the Hornets and the Eagles. Bottom of inning number 1. And Brenna Fisher will lead off for Kalamazoo. The transfer from Transylvania is a senior out of Colon, Michigan. A 444 average with 24 hits this year. Both lead the team. Facing Mackenzie Johnson. Pitching this year has started 7 games, a 6-2 record. Also has a save. Has pitched 44 innings, and the first pitch a swing and a miss. She's allowed 37 hits, 18 earned runs, walked 24, and struck out 54 batters with a 2.86 earned run average. 0-1 to the lefty Fisher. That's up and out. The Hornet lineup will go Fisher in left, followed by Landry Fritzma, Jordan Weesaw, Bella Caza, Macy Ward, Emma Newlove, Ella Newman, Delaney Lee, and J.C. Ryder. 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, definitely Fisher just has good eyes, right? Really knows when the ball's in the zone, when the ball's out of the zone. An aggressive hitter, and I think right now just looking to start Kalamazoo off strong, making some contact, which is really everything that you hope for.
Makes contact there, but it's foul over the Hornet dugout. In this first inning, it'll be Fisher, Fritzma, and Weesaw. Comes a 1-2. Just a touch outside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fisher has been honored as an MIAA Position Player of the Week. That came the last week of March. So last week, it will be. Fouls that one off. Collected 3 hits in the doubleheader against Manchester. Stole a base in 7 at-bats. Count even at 2. That's on the ground slowly. It'll be fielded by Johnson, who will glove flip it over to first for the out, and that's a good time to talk about the Benedictine defense as you got Johnson pitching, Morgan Bruno behind the plate, Taylor Openheis at first, Jasmine Lozano at second, Haley Barnes at third. The shortstop is Brianna Deutscher. That's the first pitch to Fritzma is in the dirt for a ball. The outfield going from left to right is Lauren Olson. In center field, it is Bogard, and in right field, it is Bart Key. Two balls, no strikes to Landry Fritzma, the sophomore out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. East Kentwood High School fouls this one to the screen. 304 hitter, 17 hits on the year, including a pretty good day on Tuesday. 2-1 is low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Collected 3 hits, drove in 2 runs, also reached on an error.
Yeah, and you can see they're really feeding her inside, and that's just because she's such a dangerous hitter when they start pitching to the outside of the zone here. And you kind of seen when she had that foul strike there, it was a little bit more to the outside.
Looks at a strike. It's 3-2. Count full to Fritzma with Weesaw waiting. 3-2. Right back at us. We'll do the 3-2 one more time. Swing and a miss, stabbing at it. First strikeout of the day for Johnson.
Yeah, and it was just a good spin there. I mean, they knew that she was probably going to be going for those outside pitches and gave her a good curve on that one, and just out of line of her bat.
Brings up Jordan Weesaw. Looks at a ball. Umpires today, Robert Hinojaga behind the plate. Dan Gustafson is in the field. Weesaw's got a 3.54 average on the year with 17 hits. Looks at a strike. Out of Portage, Michigan, and Portage Northern High School. That's the 1-1. Is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Didn't pick up a hit on Tuesday. Did draw a walk. Has 2 home runs on the year, both of those coming in Florida against the College of Worcester and Trinity. That's the 2-1. Is low again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bella Caza, who had an extremely hot day on Tuesday, awaits. Quick time call to dust off the plate. We get ready to resume. Everybody playing We Saw straight up. Here comes a 3-1. Down and in, ball 4. Hornets get their first base runner of the game via the base on balls, and it brings up Bellicaza.
Oh, I love this walk-up song.
It's a great walk-up song. That's one of my favorite things is seeing what everyone picks as walk-up songs. Kaza flies this ball into left field, being drifted back as Olsen. It goes over her head into the wall. Weesaw's going to get waved around. The throw well late. Bellicaza picks up a single to the wall, and it's 1-0 Hornets, continuing to stay hot.
Yeah, and you can just Olsen just read that, not read it wrong. She just hesitated a little bit, and that split second of hesitation means the ball was over her head.
I don't think she was ever getting there.
Oh, I don't think so either. I think that split hesitation, though, definitely could have brought her a little bit closer.
Kaza picks up her 12th RBI of the year. The first pitch to Macy Ward is high for a ball. Ward, the freshman out of West Bloomfield, Michigan, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, has a 375 average. That's in for a strike. Count even at 1. Long looking from Johnson. Here comes a 1-1. Drops in for a strike as Ward at the plate on Tuesday picked up 3 hits, including an RBI in the first game. Had a double in the second game. Scored runs in both. As the 1-2 is jammed foul.
And just a little bit more on that last pitch. Ward is definitely going to want that one back. It was kind of really in her zone, and I think sometimes as batters we tend to really just wait, hesitate a little bit too much. And I think right there she was choosing her pitch, and that one wasn't it.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Johnson ends the inning with a strikeout, but the Hornets get a hit and a run, leaving 1. We go to the second inning. Hornets 1, Eagles nothing. Top of inning number 2, Hornets grab the 1-0 lead on the Bellicaza single. Benedictine will start the inning. Looking at ball 1 is Jasmine Lozano. Has a 244 average out of Chicago, Illinois. Looks at another ball, 2-0. 11 hits in the year for Lozano, including 3 runs batted in. That one's fouled off as playing second base in this game, but also has pitched many times this year. That one's hit hard up the middle and a base hit, so Benedictine leads off the second inning with a single.
Up to bat, number 18, Jenna Barkey. Yeah, those are always a little bit scary when they come right back at you, right? You hate to see it sometimes, and then, but as a batter, I mean, those are the type of hits you really enjoy. You know it's gonna go in the gap, and you know that's a single. But as a pitcher, I always kind of shake in my boots a little bit.
Bunt is popped up, second time. Benedictine has tried a bunt, and it has been fouled. That one attempted by Jenna Barkey. Barkey, freshman from New Lenox, Illinois. Corner infielders in, bunt showed again. This one popped up. It'll land in front of Kaza. The throw to first is in time. Successful sacrifice bunt to move the runner over.
Up to bat, number 10, Lauren Bogard.
Brings up Lauren Bogard out of Tinley Park, Illinois. Has a 2.82 average. Bunt showed, pulled back, and then takes a strike. Benedictine going to get through the order for the first time in this inning, barring a double play in this at-bat. 0-1. Just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corner infielders remain in with the threat of the bunt still there. It's swung on and hit into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a 1-2. Again out of play, and it's going to stay here. Benedictine picked up their second hit of the game. They left 2 on base in the first.
Cook definitely looking to kind of get maybe something like a short pop-up. Just get him out on the fly.
It's popped up again. This one's out of play.
Would have been a present if it was fair.
Bogart has batted in 3 runs this year, the last one coming on March 27th at Elmhurst as the 1-2 on the ground right back at Cook, who will toss the first quickly to get the out. Runner moves up, but there are 2 away.
Up to bat, number 17,
for Brianna Deutscher.
And just good on Cook on that last play. Able to get it coolly and calmly, just release. Nice, clean throw to first base, get the out, and then checking the runner on third is exactly what you want to see.
First pitch, big swing and a miss from Cook. Deutscher, the team leader in hits at 19, batting in traditionally what's known as the second leadoff spot. As the 0-1 is out of play, foul. It's no balls, 2 strikes. This is Kalamazoo's final doubleheader before beginning conference play on Sunday at Trine. Pitch is outside for a ball. Trine, the overall favorite in the MIAA, receiving 6 first-place votes. The key is top 4. You got to get top 4, and Kalamazoo is predicted to finish 6th in the preseason poll, and their non-conference record showing strong indications they could surpass that, as that one's out of play. Benedictine, on the other hand, has played 2 conference games. They took on Lakeland University, split with them. That was their last game. That came a week ago. That one just misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. They are starting today. It'll be an 8-game road trip as the 2-2 flied deep but foul. Saturday they will head to the Milwaukee School of Engineering, then Monday to Concordia, Wisconsin, Tuesday to Dominican. So a lot of travel time, a lot of bus time for the Eagles coming up. Count even at 2. Deutscher digs back in.
Deutscher definitely looking to go long here. Just lucky that last one pulled foul.
That's out of play. Deutscher hasn't gone long yet, but has driven in 14 runs and a knock here. We'll tie this game up. Two from Cook. Again into the screen. Mentioned in the first how hard Benedictine is to strike out.
Yeah, and Cook doing well to stay in the battle here. Just staying calm and collected, restarting her ritual for the pitch, and just staying in the zone is definitely what she's looking for.
2-2. Again into the screen.
Now this is what you call a battle.
Three straight balls fouled back into the backstop. Can Cook get a different result here? 2-2 is different in the sense where it didn't go into the screen, but it's foul into the Hornet bullpen.
Yeah, and now, you know, with all those pitches, Kalamazoo has a little bit more information to work on. If she does get a hit on here, you know which part of the field it's heading towards.
That one out of play once more.
Still battling here.
At this point, I can't. Count even 2-2. Again, hard hit, but again, foul.
The battle continues. Cook doing well here to stay cool. What's nice, though, is she has the ball to use. She wants to try to kind of make her reach a little bit more.
This will be the 12th pitch of the at-bat with the leadoff hitter Bruno on deck. 2-2. This will stay in fair territory. It's high to center field. Fritzma's got it. It will end the inning, and Cook able to strand the leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Hornets leading it 1-0. Six, 7, and 8 for Kalamazoo in the bottom of the second inning, starting with Emma Newlove, the career home runs record holder. Picked up a home run in Game 2 of the doubleheader against Manchester in the 9th inning to put her at 11 for her career. First pitch up and out to Newlove. The junior from Tecumseh is a .279 hitter with 12 hits and 3 home runs on the year. That's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Newlove with 9 total extra base hits on the year. Awaiting a 1-1 from Johnson, who struck out 2 in the first. That's down and in for a ball. Hornets got their first run on an RBI single from Kaza to score Jordan Weesaw. As the 2-1 is hit into the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. New Love drove in a total of 4 runs in that doubleheader against Manchester. Had the home run and then a double in game 1. Looks at a pitch that just missed.
Ooh, and you can tell she wanted to swing a little, but did good to hold up. You kind of seen her jerk her bat just a tad. Still able to hold off.
It'll be New Love, Ella Newman, and Delaney Lee in the inning. 3-2. That's popped high in the air, and it will be near the dugout. Stays in play and is caught.
Well, you got to see a little bit of that power. That was definitely not a short pop-up.
Brings up Ella Newman. Freshman has a 275 average with 11 hits. Out of Seabawang, Michigan. Looks at a ball down and away.
Yeah, Johnson just having a little bit of trouble going inside. Kind of when she goes inside, you see they just end up a little bit low here, and it looks like she's still trying to set up that pitch.
1-0 is in for a strike. Newman had a really, really good game 2 on Tuesday. 3 for 4 day, scored a run, an RBI, a double in there. Really helped jump the numbers. As the pitch is a big swing and a miss, makes it 2-2. To Newman. Long look in from Johnson. That pitch down and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count.
Yeah, and again, still having trouble on that inside pitch.
Count full 3-2 is shot into the backstop. We'll stay at 3-2. Delaney Lee to follow. Then it will be J.C. Ryder.
Yeah, definitely the right stuff from Ella Newman. Just a little late on that swing, but the type of pitch that she wanted, definitely right there.
3-2. In there for strike 3. Newman rung up on the inside corner.
Up to bat, number 13, Delaney Lee.
And that's probably why Johnson continues to try to go inside there. Even if she has a little bit of trouble, those type of pitches are just so hard to get at as a batter. Just such a nice pitch for a pitcher.
Delaney Lee looks at a ball. Freshman from Saline, 3 for 13 on the year. He's played in 4 games this year. Gets the start today. Looks at another pitch inside, and it's 2-0. Should Lee reach, J.C. Ryder would be next. Corner infielders a little tight. And that's fouled into the screen.
You know, a nice thing about a foul.
What's
About
that?
a foul is that you know you can touch the ball, so you know you have the ability to kind of straighten it out and put it in the outfield.
Well, that one's touched again. It's foul again, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, Delaney just looking to straighten it out, really just get it fair. She definitely has eyes for the pitch.
2-2. Down and in again. Another full count from Johnson. As the 6-foot junior delivers. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. And the Hornets will go 1-2-3 in the second. We go to the third. Hornets lead the Eagles 1-0. Top of the Benedictine order in the third, and the first pitch is lined foul by Morgan Bruno. Reach on a walk to start the game, was retired in a fielder's choice. Jordan Cook back out. 2 shutout innings so far. Oh, one is up and out for a ball.
Yeah, that one, Cook just catching a little bit of her thigh there when releasing that pitch.
Benedictine coached by Kate Heidkamp in year 28 at Benedictine, 27th season coaching, has eclipsed 700 career wins. That one misses high. 295 wins in conference play. Has the field at Benedictine named after her. As the 2-1 is lined right by the glove of Cook and into center field for a base knock.
Up to bat, number 8.
Cook kind of shaking her head a little bit. Thought she could have got that one, but I think you give a little, you give yourself a little bit of grace when it kind of shoots right back at you.
Bunt shown, it's popped up. Kaz is not going to be able to make the catch. The throw to first is in time just by a step. Second sacrifice bunt
Yeah, that was just
by
thanks.
Benedictine today.
Yeah, that was just thanks to just a strong throw by Kaza there. It's probably the second play. Similar plays to each other and just such a nice throw to first.
Swing and a miss from Barnes. Back to Heidkamp. Student athlete at Benedictine. A 2-sport student athlete at Benedictine. A softball and tennis player. Has done just about everything there. As that one misses, runner takes off for third. The throw down is off the glove of Newman. It's going to roll into left field, and a run's going to come in to score. It'll be stolen base, E2 to score the run and tie this game up. It's now 1 out, nobody on. That run for now is unearned.
Yeah, Ward definitely had to jump on that. Just a little bit of a shaky throw there. And then Newman not able to scoop it up as cleanly as she wanted to.
One down for Barnes, who singled her first time up. That pitch misses. One more time back to Heidkamp. Just some of the roles she's had at Benedictine. Was the head women's tennis coach and the head softball coach at the same time for a 6-year span as that pitch popped up foul and out of play. And currently, along with being the head softball coach, the associate athletic director and the senior woman advisor.
Jesus, she
it's
does
a
it all.
huge resume. So has in total has spent like over 30 years at Benedictine, including time as a student. As that's hit hard past the diving glove of Newman for a hit.
So she played tennis, softball, and now she's coached tennis and softball as well.
Correct.
Wow.
Number 1, Victoria.
Been the associate athletic director for 10 years as well.
All right, we got some double play. We can get a double play in action. That'd be clean for Kalamazoo.
Dazinski's up. Flew out her first time up. There's a swing and a miss. That run now becomes earned against Cook. As the 0-1 up, and it's going to get away. It'll be a wild pitch to move Barnes in a scoring position, taking away the easy double play. There's now some Hornet miscues in the field, and by Ward have give Benedictine an opportunity to take the lead in the top of the third. 1-1 upstairs inside.
Yeah, you know, and that happens. There's points in games where you kind of feel like smaller parts are falling apart. It's really, again, I really go back to that saying that I used to have where it's called, where you just have short-term memory. I mean, you forget the mistakes that you've made, you move past it and focus on the bigger play.
Swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A run on 4 hits, no errors for Benedictine. A run on 1 hit and 1 error for the Hornets. 2-2. Popped up, and it's going to be out of play again, just barely. We'll do a 2-2 one more time. That's down and out. Johnson, the pitcher, on deck.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that slipped out of Cook's hand just a tad. Cook doing good to stay in the zone, though.
Payoff 3-2. That misses. Ball 4 puts 2 on with 1 out.
Up to bat, number 30, Mackenzie Johnson.
Yeah, and still such a good pitch from Cook there, painting the side, and really think, honestly, those type of pitches can be called either way.
Johnson popped out her first time up. Trying to help her own cause as a pitcher. That pitch flied hard but foul. A 1 slow chopper. Newman's got it.
Can be
Flips
2.
for 1. They're not going to be able to get 2. Do you almost want to see Newman take that herself?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I definitely thought Newman was going to run over second herself, use the momentum and push that momentum to push the throw to first. But she opted for the flip there into the glove. Either way, a nice play. Still think it could have been a double, though.
Brings up Lozano. First pitch. It's just a touch high.
Yeah,
Cook
that's
now
nice.
1 out away from retiring the inning and limiting the damage. One zero. Lined into left, base hit. The run will score. And it's 2-1. Benedictine takes their first lead of the day.
Up to bat,
An
number
RBI
18,
single
Jenna Barker.
from Jasmine Lozano. She's got 2 hits now, picked up her 4th RBI. First pitch flied into shallow right. New level get there to make the catch and retire Jenna Barkey to end the inning. But the Eagles strike for 2. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Benedictine leads at 2-1. What will the Hornet answer be? Bottom of inning number 3. Hornets trail for the first time today by a score of 2-1. Benedictine takes the lead in the top of the 3rd. J.C. Ryder puts that pitch out of play, foul.
Definitely looking to get on base, starting off aggressive there, going for that first pitch.
Ryder, the junior, has 5 hits on the year, looks at a ball high. Picks up 2 hits and an RBI in game 1 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. Scored a run in game 2. As the 1-1 is flown into center field underneath it is Bogard and makes the catch, 1 away.
Up to bat, number 12, Brenna Fisher.
Brings up Fisher. Grounded out her first time up.
Good part is, though, is Kalamazoo is back to the top of their lineup here. Maybe create some action, get some players on bases.
Fisher looks at a ball. Fisher will be followed by Fritzma in the inning. As the 1-0 is flied into shallow left. A long run for everybody. A dive and a catch by Deutscher.
Oh, wow.
Had to run a long way and was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Deutscher. I was shocked she was able to hold on to it. She took a hard dive there, kind of just a little bit awkward too, and was still able to hold on to it.
Number 7, Landry Fritzma.
Brings up Fritzma, who struck out her first time up. First pitch is low. One ball, no strikes. Pitch low again. Should Fritzma reach, Weesaw will be next. Wind up in a 2-0, and Fritzma keeps the bat back. 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk is issued to Landry Fritzma.
Up to bat, number 6, Jordan Weesaw.
Weesaw walked her first time up, scored the lone run for the Hornets. Johnson misses inside, and it's 5 straight balls for Johnson. There's a 1-0. Pitch was in for a strike. Fritzma takes off the throw down, not in time. Fritzma picks up her 7th stolen base of the year.
Yeah, Fritzma able to sneak that hand, and you've seen her fully lay out there and just able to sneak her fingers under the tag.
So now the Hornets have the tying run in scoring position. Base hit should be able to bring Landry across. Pitch inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one on the ground, sharply to second, fielded by Lozano, and an easy toss ends the inning. Mackenzie Johnson able to strand the lone walk. We go to the 4th. Eagles 2, Hornets 1. Bunch showed to start the top of inning number 4, and it's fouled off by Lauren Bogard.
Benedictine just really trying its. I think it's tried to bunt a couple times now, maybe like 3 or 4 times, and just hasn't gotten the outcome that they wanted.
0-1, bunt shot again. It's down. Kaza's got it. The throw is not in time. A bunt single on a very close play.
I'll put that one on me. Maybe because I mentioned it. I'll put that one on me.
Yep, that's usually how it goes. That one's on you, Maya.
Up to bat, number 17, Bree Dooster.
No. Brianna Deuscher comes up. Sixth hit of the game for the Eagles. Bunt shown and pulled back. Deuscher flew out her first time up. That was to end the second inning. As the Eagles will look to expand on their lead. Runner goes. This is popped up high into the air. Called up by Ryder, who makes the catch, and they're able to get the out without the runner moving up, which is very, very important with the way the Eagles have been trying to play.
Up to bat, number 4, Morgan Bruno.
Brings up Bruno in the top of the order.
Yeah, Kalamazoo just looking to repeat that last play if they can kind of force that pop up there. Get a quick second out.
Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed, and the throw down well late. Bogard picks up a steal.
Yeah,
That's her 6th stolen base of the year.
Yeah, good jump there by Bogart, really. Already halfway down by the time the throw was out.
A 1, swing and a miss. That's out of play again.
Bogard looks like she really wants to take third here.
Won't be able to on this one as it's grounded to Newman. They throw to first for 1. She's going to try now. The throw is not in time. Bogart moves up on the fielder's choice, but there are 2 away.
A good movement there by Kalamazoo. Almost got that double play.
Up to bat, number 8, Taylor Oppenheim.
Brings up open highs. That's on the ground off the glove of Newman. The run will score.
Good on Newman, able to stop that though. Able to keep it in the infield. Prevented maybe even a double here. Looked like that ball just had enough pace to kind of lose its pace out there in the green. That would have been a nice double. So good on Newman to keep that in the infield.
It's going to be an RBI single for Open Highs. Makes it 3-1. As the first pitch misses to Barnes.
Yeah, and they're looking to kind of test out Ward a little bit more.
Runner goes. The throw down, not in time again. Looks like they're a little late on covering runners in motion right now.
Yeah, and it could be positioning, right? Newman are really, really off to the side, closer to the third base line.
1-1 is upstairs, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Barnes has reached twice today, 2 for 2. Has scored a run in this game as well. Flies that one deep. If it's fair, it's gone. And it is foul.
Ooh, little bit scary there.
That ball had some carry.
Cook definitely kind of reevaluating the pitch there. Still a good pitch. It's just sometimes they got an even better hit on it.
Barnes was a mere feet, maybe inches away from home run number 3. Cook delivers a 2-2. That's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Does your approach change at all when you come inches from disaster in the form of a home run?
Oh, I think it's very dependent on the batter maybe, because sometimes if you switch up your stuff last minute, it's worse. It's gonna
Ball
be
4 misses, and the pitch was wild, so Oppenheis moves to third.
yeah.
And now
Up to bat,
Dazinski
number
up with
1,
runners at the
Victoria
corners.
Dunzinski.
Cook's been able to get out of jams in this game, limiting damage. There's been a base runner in every inning. There's been a base runner on at least second in every inning, as that pitch is striked to Dazinski.
Yeah, and it could have been that foul ball that maybe shook her up just a little bit, but she's able to reel it back in here. Got a nice strike.
Popped up foul, and it's going to end up hitting the screen. Cook's ahead, 0-2 now.
Good thing is there's 2 outs, right? You're looking for a quick one here. Maybe bring Kalamazoo back to batting.
No balls, 2 strikes. Cook delivers. That just misses. And it looked like a steal stop was going to be tried by Barnes, and the Hornets don't throw down.
Yeah,
Barnes was looking to get into a rundown to allow
Yeah.
Oppenheis to score.
exactly, yeah, and it's always a bit of a 50-50 if you decide.
1-2 is lined into right. It takes a bounce off of Newlove. It's going to roll all the way to the warning track. It's going to allow both runs to score. And Dazinski moves to second. Makes it 5-1.
Yeah, Kalamazoo definitely just needs to focus in here and get this last out. Put Kalamazoo back on offense. Give them the chance to kind of tie it up. Cook dialed in. It's going to be a ball. Good on Cook here. You just really stay dialed in. Again, sometimes when mistakes happen and you get a little bit more choppy in the pitching, and then good on Cook just to kind of reel it in right now.
This is popped up foul and out of play onto the Eagle dugout. It's going to be a single. Advancing to second on an error was Dazinski. Picks up 2 RBIs on that. It's a 5-1 game. Second error against the Hornets in this game. 0-2 on the ground. It's going to be up the middle. A base hit. A run is going to come in to score. That's going to make it 6-1. Benedictine with their largest inning of the game in the 4th.
A good base running there by Benedictine.
Up to bat, number 3, Jazz Lozano.
So Dazinski won't be an earned run yet.
Well, good here on this timeout call is just going to give some time for Cook to kind of really think about these next couple pitches, focusing really just to get this final third out. What's nice about it, though, is it's kind of like you have a clean slate here, really only focusing on that runner on first. But since you have that, you're working with basically one more out here, you're really only going to focus on getting this runner here.
There's going to be a pinch runner in the form of Maddie Kuban.
Yeah, Benedictine just trying to stretch out this inning for themselves.
This is going to be popped up, should do it. Weesaw's under it, makes the grab, ends the inning. But Benedictine puts 4 on the board as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles now with a 6-1 lead.
Kaza now up to bat here.
Mackenzie Johnson back out for the bottom of the fourth as the pitch goes high to Belikaza. Kaza, Ward, and New Love in the fourth. As that one lined into shallow right, base hit.
Nice.
Second hit for Belikaza. She's got both Hornet hits in this game.
Good contact there.
Now to bat number 4, Macy Ward.
We'll see now if Hornets get a pinch runner for Kaza. Doesn't look like it is for now.
Sorry, I was just going to mention, you can never be mad at a nice single.
Mackenzie Johnson, who was the pitcher, does re-enter as shown, as Maddie Cuban was in for her. As the 1-0 to Macy Ward is popped into foul territory. It's going to be a tough catch, and it is made by Oppenheis at first.
Yeah, having good luck on those foul balls there. Not only did they stay in territory, but kind of basket caught it there. Good walk-up song.
It is a good walk-up song. New Love looks at the ball. Popped out her first time up. 0 for 1. Hits that high in the air. Called off by Bogart at center. Makes the catch 2 away.
Ooh, and you can kind of see the power there. You're just really waiting for her to straighten that one out. My question, I guess, is Johnson going to continue to try to go inside? But now that they have like a bigger lead, I don't think she's going to continue to try to utilize that inside pitch as she did earlier.
Newman comes to the plate, struck out looking her first time up. Takes a big cut and misses. Should Newman reach, Lee would be next. As the 0-1 is put into the backstop. Oh, 2 is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 1-2 down and in.
Okay. 2 on it right now, so you can hang out, and then once second game starts, you can sign in, and we can have you do that. Sounds good.
Should Newman reach, Lee will be next.
And Newman just so close right here, just fouling him off. She knows the pitch she wants. Let's see if she's going to get it here.
Here comes the 2-2. And again fought off.
This is probably where Johnson's going to throw in something different. Kind of went to the same spot there kind of twice.
One more time, 2-2. That's popped up. This is going to stay in play. It's caught by Oppenheis. It will end the inning. So after the leadoff single, Hornets go 1-2-3. They get nothing. We go to the 5th. Eagles 6. Hornets 1. Hornets make a pitching change here in the top of the 5th. They bring Cecilia Schill into the game. Junior from Macomb, Michigan. Has a 2-1 win-loss record. Does have a start this year. Has pitched 13 1/3. Giving him 20 hits, 10 earned runs, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts, 3.39 average against. 5.25 ERA.
Up to bat, number 18, Jenna Barkey.
Jenna Barkey will lead off. Schill's last appearance was on Tuesday in Game 2 of the doubleheader against Manchester. Pitched 4 2/3, gave up 1 earned run. We'll face the bottom of the order, Barkey, Bogard, and Deutscher. That's on the ground, right back at her for the first pitch. 1 pitch, 1 out, and a 1-3 put out.
And did you see how chill she was about that? It was quick, nice and smooth. Caught it back, went first, easy out there.
Up to bat, number 10.
Brings
Lauren
up Bogard. Bunch showed, pulled back. Hornets have 9 outs to work with to get 5 runs. Everybody that's due up will get another trip through. Against McJohnson, who's been dominant as that bunt is laid down foul. It's 1-1.
Good movement there by Kalamazoo. You can see third and first base coming in short.
One bunt showed again, laid down. It's foul right in front of the plate. Bogard 1 for 2, single, has scored a run. That was an inning ago in the 4th. As that pitch outside, grounded out in the 2nd. Two. Just misses upstairs. Not by much.
Yeah, painted the top of the box.
Three-two. That's upstairs. Ball 4. Neither pitch missed by much, but it puts Bogard on, who already has 1 stolen base in this game.
Up to bat, number
Brings up
17,
Deutscher.
Bree Deutscher.
Corner infielders in again for the Hornets. Deutscher fires strike, or looks at strike 1 rather. Fired from Schill. A 1. A little flare. It's caught by Ryder. They'll flip, but no out.
Very
Picked
close
up
play.
there.
Very close play at first there. Almost got the out.
Up to bat, number 4, Morgan Bruno.
Brings up Bruno. 1 for 2 day. Walked in the 1st. Single, scored a run in the 3rd and grounded out in the 4th. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. The throw down off of the glove of Newman into center field, but Bogard doesn't move up anymore, so it will just be a stolen base. No balls, 1 strike to Morgan Bruno. Junior out of Romeoville, Illinois. Looks at a pitch that just misses.
Very tight box here.
Yeah, unable to get the right hand from Robert Hinojaga. That just misses again. It's 2-1.
Not for bad pitches. Shell doing good here. just painting the corners and just not getting the call.
2-1 on the ground into center. Bogart had to hesitate, so she will get held at third. It's the second hit of the game for Bruno, and it puts runners at the corners with 2 down for Openheis.
Best case scenario here is she'll get to pop up, I think. Infield pop up would be best. Keeping both runners where they're at.
Runner takes off, pitch misses for a ball, and Bruno will pick up an easy stolen base. Openheis has driven a run in this game. Also has reached on a fielder's choice and has a sacrifice bunt in the stat line. Now on a 3-game hit streak, and that one misses. Hits in every game except 3 of them this season. That one misses, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. (3-0) in. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, you had to give the strike call on that one there, just right down the middle.
Barnes is on deck. 2-1 is fouled, and the count runs full. Big pitch here as the Hornets try and keep it at 6-1. 3-2. That miss is high. And the bases are loaded
Up to bat,
with
number
2
20,
outs
Haley Barnes.
for Haley Barnes. Pitch hit hard on the ground and foul. As Bogard jumping out of the way of that.
Yeah, not the position you want to be in if you're Shill. Just came into the game, bases loaded.
You do have 2 outs, though. Barnes in this game has reached every time she's been at the plate. Pair of singles and a walk, has scored 2 runs. That's flown into center. Fritzma's going to be there, and Schill is able to escape the jam without allowing any damage. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, it's 6-1, Benedictine. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Hornets in the bottom of the 5th. They need to find a way to get runs on Mackenzie Johnson, who after giving up a run in the first has been lights out. Really all day has been lights out, giving up just 2 hits. As the first pitch to Delaney Lee is high. One 0 line drive to short, but caught by Deutscher, and there's one away. That's the other key for Benedictine so far. They've made all the routine plays in the field, whereas the Hornets have a couple of errors.
Yeah, and I think, also goes to show their positioning is really well. Benedictine looks like everywhere that they hit the ball, there's a player there to respond. So, again, just really good positioning. And right now it's going to be up to Kalamazoo to just really put the bat down and get some runs in.
Hornets make a change. They bring in a pinch hitter in Lily Evans. Freshman from Ann Arbor is 3 for 5 on the season. And when they need the spark out of their bats, they're going to go to her off the bench. One 0 is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Evans will be followed by Fisher. Yet to be seen if Evans will stay in. We'll find out in the 6th. But for now, the focus is, can she get on base? 2-0 is in the dirt. 3-0.
Might be a pinch batter, but even a walk here would be good.
Johnson, the deep breath. The long look in the windup in the delivery. In for a strike. It's 3-1. Here comes a 3-1. Big swing and a miss. And just like that, the count full. Here comes the payoff. Up and out, ball 4. Hornets get a base runner. And up comes Fisher.
Yeah, way to hold there by Lily Evans.
Fisher is 0 for 2. Pitch low and in the dirt for a ball. Fisher showed bunt. Certainly has the speed to beat out a throw on a bunt attempt. Corner fielder's in. Shows it, lays it down. This is going to be tough. The throw in time. Just by a touch.
Yeah, and such a nice bunt there. Just laid out just right in front of that plate.
Type of bunt you really want.
Up to bat, number 7, Landry Fritzma.
Fritzma up to bat here.
Now Fritzma with a runner in scoring position looks at a ball. A 1 hit and off the glove of a diving Deutscher. Evans has to slam on the brakes at third. Had to wait for it to get through, but Fritzma picks up a single to put runners at the corners for Weesaw. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to Weesaw. Fritzman does have 1 stolen base already. That's popped up out of play, foul.
Yeah, Johnson's going to be looking to force that pop-up as she does so often and just get this last out here. It's going to be up to the Hornets to make sure that doesn't happen.
Shelby Bennett has grabbed the bat. She's in the on-deck circle. 1-1. Hit right back at Deutscher. It ends the inning. Might have been deflected by Johnson. But regardless, it is caught to end the inning. So the Hornets come up empty again. They leave 2. We go to the 6th. It's 6-1 Eagles. A plethora of changes throughout the diamond for Kalamazoo, and the first pitch is grounded to short. Newman, who was not one of the changes, fields it to throw out Dazinski. So we'll go through the changes right now. So Lily Evans stays in the game. She's in for Ryder. Shelby Bennett comes in to play third, taking out Belacazza. Alyssa Hinckley comes in to right, as that pitch is high. She takes out Emma Newlove. Mackenzie Johnson looks at another ball. She's got an RBI in this game.
Yeah, a lot of spin to that pitch by Shill. Just going to look for better positioning.
2-0, foul. Two on the ground. We saw Fields with the backhand, flips it to Evans, who covers the bag, and there are 2 away.
A good little switcheroo there.
Up to bat number 3, Jazz Lozano.
Brings up Lozano, who's got 2 hits and an RBI today. 2 for 3 day. Benedictine going through the order for the 4th time. Big swing and a miss on a pitch down and away. Schill, who got out of a bases loaded jam in the 5th, comfortably gets the first 2 outs of the inning and gets ahead 0-1 here to Lozano. Oh, 1 in for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 bounces. Looked like that one might have slipped a little bit. Count 1 and 2. Fouled off. Should Lozano reach? Barkeep will be next. The remainder of the Benedictine order does have guaranteed at-bats, which means they will complete 4 trips through the order in this game.
Yeah, and I think Shill might have a little bit of success here if she tries to bend the ball out a little bit. It looks like Lozano really trying to get a hit.
2-2. Hornets In the bottom of the 6th, we'll have Bennett, Ward, and Hinckley. That's on the ground. Bobble by Newman. It'll be E6, the 3rd Hornet error of this game.
Now to bat, number 18, Jenna Barkey.
Brings up Barkey. Barkey's 0 for 2. Has a sac bunt, a fly out, and a ground out. First pitch up, away, and to the backstop. So wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position. Keeping with the trend every inning, Benedictine's had someone threatening to score. Pitch just missing again, 2-0. That's in for a strike. Aside from the Hornets just named. To hit in the 6th, also guaranteed hit will be Newman, Lee, and Evans. That's a 2-1. Fouled off, and Schill works back to an even count.
Barkey doing good to just stay alive here.
Should Barkey reach, Bogard would be next. 2-2. Lined off the glove of Schill. Can Newman make the throw? Not in time. Steve, what do you think?
Definitely right back up the middle. Schill tried to make the catch there and took a deflection over to Newman. Newman just a little late on the throw, but it really honestly was probably just because of that deflection. Newman has a nice strong arm. Definitely could have made the play at first. But now we got runners on the corner. We got 2 outs. Pretty strong pitching here by Schill so far.
0-1 is the count. Yeah, you're right. That was hit really soft. I thought it was faster live. E1? Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. It's going to be ruled E1 on the soft liner. That was off of the glove of Schill. This one grounded to second. Fielded by Evans to throw out Bogard and end the inning. So once again, Schill works around 2 runners on in scoring position to get a 0. Hornets strand 2, go to the bottom of the 6th, needing hits. Start the bottom of the 6th. Shelby Bennett leads off. A story about Shelby. If you remember back to a particular basketball game, the men's basketball team was taking on Alma. Mid-game, the fire alarm went off in that game as Bennett looks at a ball. We found the culprit for that going off. It was Shelby Bennett. As the softball team was in the weight room at the time and they were doing medicine ball tosses, and Shelby tossed it into the fire alarm that went off and confused a whole host of people that were watching basketball that day, including me. Pitch popped up, foul territory, and it's going to land Make the count 1-1. Bennett on the year 1 for 7 with an RBI. It'll be Bennett, followed by Ward, and then Alyssa Hinckley, unless they bring Emanulov back in. 1-1 is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. Fly it into shallow left. This is going to drop. A base hit.
Yeah, just deep enough there that shortstop couldn't get to it.
Now up to bat, number 4, Macy Ward.
It's actually like one of the hits I really enjoy, kind of when it falls into no man's land and you think maybe, just maybe, an outfielder can get to it, and then it just drops it out of the air.
Brings up Ward, who's 0 for 2 today. Pitch in for a strike. A 1 hit hard down the line, but foul. Ward out of Orchard Lake, St. Mary's. Bennett over at first does not have any stolen bases on the year. As the 0-2 is high. Bruin came up looking like she might attempt the back pick. Bennett does have 1 career stolen base. There's a 1-2. Up and out again. That single was the 4th hit of the day for the Hornets. Off of Johnson as the 2-2 is again roped foul. If Ward straightens this out, that's got the look of extra bases.
Oh, definitely. I was just about to say, if she can just straighten that same hit out, I mean, that's fair. It's far. Definitely a double.
Two is up the middle. It got by Deutscher. A base hit, back-to-back singles.
Good base running there too. As a runner, those are so hard to read, right? Because you don't want to go all the way and then have that shortstop just catch it, and then but if you don't commit, she doesn't get there. I mean, you're out at second. So definitely good read there.
2 on, nobody out for Alyssa Hinckley, who's hitting for the first time today. Looks at a strike. Hinckley's 0 for 5 on the year. A 1 is upstairs.
What do you think? You think they could pull off a double steal?
I don't think they're going to attempt that.
That'd be sick.
Oh, they're going to get it from a wild pitch. Did you just speak that into existence?
I should have bet money on that one.
That's actually not allowed. We're not allowed to do that. Time's going to be called. Kay Heidecamp's going to come out. Sorry to burst your bubble, Maya, but that's illegal.
Oh, all good, all good. I did speak it into existence, though.
You did. Which now results in 2 in scoring position.
Maybe I have a power.
Maybe. Just be careful, because you know as well as I do, it goes the other way, though, sometimes. They They break the mound visit. It's 2-1 to Hinckley. Johnson with a long staring. 2-1 is low, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Newman on deck, and Hornets threatening to load him up.
Hinckley just going to have to loosen up a little bit. Got a little lucky on that last call.
3-1 is in the shallow right. A dive and a catch by Bartkey. The runners will tag. One will score, one will move up. An incredible catch to get an out on the board.
Up to bat, number 5, Ella Newman.
That went from a potential bad situation to not the worst it could be. The Hornets are within 4 now. It's 6-2 as Newman comes up. Hinckley gets her first RBI of her career as Newman looks at a strike. A 1 to Newman is fouled off the glove. Newman will be followed by Lee. Ward stands on third, 0-2. That just misses. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Close to a punch out. Newman's 0 for 2 in this game. 1-2. Swing and a miss. A seismic strikeout for Johnson. Her first since the 2nd inning. And it brings up Lee.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that one had a lot of weight on the game. Not the situation you wanted as Newman there strikes out, but we move forward.
Lee with a flare, and that's going to drop down, a base hit. It's going to bring a run in, and an RBI single for Delaney Lee, her 2nd of the year. Makes it 6-3.
Now up to bat, number 3, Lily Evans.
Brings up Evans. Evans shoots it straight back. Came into the game for J.C. Ryder in the 5th, picked up a walk. That was the first walk of her career at Kalamazoo. A 1, flied in the air to pretty deep left center. It's over the head of Bogard. Lee's going to get waved around. Here comes the throw to the plate. Lee will score standing up. A 2-out RBI double has the Hornets within 2.
And just a nice bit of batting there.
Now up to bat, number 12, Brenna Fisher.
It's a beautiful hit by Evans.
Brings up Fisher as the tying run comes to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Fisher. Shallow center and going to be caught by Bogart. Maybe the wind helped her out a little bit there. But Johnson's able to keep Benedictine in the lead, but the Hornets put 3 on the board and make this one real interesting. We go to the 7th. It's a 2-run lead for the Eagles. We go to the top of the 7th. As the first pitch on the ground from Deutscher, and it's right at Jordan Weesaw. Unassisted put out for Weesaw. Gets one out here in the top of the 7th. Cecilia Schill
Now batting number
trying to
4,
keep the score where it is. Give the Hornets a shot in the 7th. First pitch misses to Bruno in the top of the order. Bruno will be followed by Openheis in the 7th. That one misses. It's 2-0. Bruno has 2 hits in the game and a walk, has scored a run and stolen 2 bases. 2-0. Misses, and it's 3-0. And time will be called. We are going to get a quick mound visit. Ball 4 to Bruno. Puts a runner on. With one away for
Up to bat number 8,
Openheis.
Taylor Openheis.
Has reached on a fielder's choice, a sac bunt. Has a single for an RBI and a walk. First pitch in for a strike. Oh, 1 from Schill. On the ground to second. Blocked by Bennett. The throw is in time. A strong throw.
Strong throw, but a hard hit on the chest there. Took a ricochet off the glove into the chest, and Bennett still able to get off a clean throw.
Up to bat number 20, Haley Barnes.
Barnes comes up. Was retired for the first time in this game in her last at-bat, and that one goes right back to Schill to end the inning on a ground out. So Schill strands the runner. Hornets need 2 in the bottom of the 7th. That comes up next. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Hornets need the rally. They've got 3 outs to get 2 runs against Mackenzie Johnson, and Landry Fritzma looks at ball 1. It'll be Fritzma, Weesaw, and Shelby Bennett in the bottom half of inning number 7. 1-0. Inside, Fritzma jackknifes out of the way. Two-0. Hit high in the air to shallow left. Called off by Olsen as Deutscher. Olsen makes the catch, and 1 up, 1 down for Johnson.
Out to bat, number 6, Jordan Weesaw.
First pitch to Weesaw. In for strike 1. Weesaw 0 for 2 today. Drew a walk, scored a run in the first, grounded out, and lined out.
Yeah, it looks like Johnson kind of reverted back to that inside pitch.
Looks at a ball. 1-1. A long look in. 1-1. Upstairs her ball. Remember, this is game 1 of 2 in our softball doubleheader today. Second one will be approximately 25 to 30 minutes after this ends. A little flare to shallow right. It's going to get down. Weesaw picks up a bloop single to bring the tying run to the plate.
Now to bat, number 15, Shelby Bennett.
Bennett came in for Kaza, singled and scored a run in the 6th. First pitch is low for a ball. Weesaw does have 5 stolen bases on the year.
All she needs is a good jump here. Weesaw can definitely take second.
1-0 is low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes to Bennett. If Bennett can find a way to reach, Macy Ward will become the winning run. And that is reach without Weesaw being retired. 2-0. That's in for a strike. Two one, up in the air and into the stands. Actually, just to the right of them. But the count 2-2 now.
Johnson taking a little bit more time before each pitch now. Pitch count up to 114.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. The delivery in for strike 3. Bennett cannot believe it. But there are 2 down, and the Hornets down to their last out in game 1.
Up to bat, number 4, Macy Ward.
That brings up Ward. First pitch, low and in. 1-0 to Ward. Ward singled her last time up. Woods come around to score. Caught the outside of the black. 1-1.
Yeah, just barely snuck in there. They're on Ward. Ward being very picky right now, seeing if she can at least hit a single here.
Pitch is upstairs. 2-1. This means Ward is now the tying run. Hinckley on deck is the winning run. Johnson looking for win number 7. That's flied into the left center field gap, a long run, but it's caught by Bogard, and that will do it for game 1. The Hornet rally falls a little bit short. They are unable to score in the 7th inning rather, and they will drop this game by a final score of 6-4. So the final line: Benedictine 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Kalamazoo 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. Look at some RBIs in this game for Benedictine. They got one from Taylor Oppenheis. They got one from Victoria Dazinski. They got one from Mackenzie Johnson. One from Jasmine Lozano. And on the Hornets side of things, they got RBIs from Bella Caza, Alyssa Hinckley, Delaney Lee, and Lily Evans. The winning pitcher for Benedictine, Mackenzie Johnson, gets the complete game. 7 innings pitch, gave up 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. The losing pitcher for Kalamazoo, Jordan Cook, 4 innings, gave 6 runs, 5 earned, gave 9 hits, walked 3, did not strike anybody out. Cecilia Schill did give him 3 shutout innings, giving up just 1 hit, walking 3. Maya, what's got to be different in game 2 for the Hornets?
Well, definitely some positives and some negatives for the Hornets. Negative today definitely was their field work. I think that's something that they're going to look to clean up. Luckily, again, they have a game later today to fix it all up. Right now, I think that's probably what that huddle conversation is sounding like. It's just cleaner plays in the infield, maybe a bit of a quicker relay from the outfield, and some other small minor mistakes. Other than that, I think Cook can really settle in next game and really just focus on doing her thing so that everybody else can do theirs.
That'll wrap up our broadcast of Game 1. Game 2 will be right back here in about half an hour, so we thank you all for tuning in. Game 1 final score: Benedictine with 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Kalamazoo 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. From Zach Metz and Maya Pasillas, thank you, and we'll see you soon for Game 2. Welcome back to Game 2 of our doubleheader today, featuring the Kalamazoo College Hornets and the Benedictine University Eagles. My name is Zach Metz. Next to me is Maya Pasillas. Benedictine picked up a Game 1 victory by a final score of 6-4. As leading off for the Eagles will be Morgan Bruno, junior from Romeoville, Illinois, back behind the dish for Game 2. Maddie Verba will start in the circle for Kalamazoo, and the first pitch is in for a strike. Verba, sophomore from Kalamazoo, making her 9th start of the year. 3-2 win-loss record, 4 complete games, 1 shutout. As the 0-1 in for a strike. She's pitched 38 and 1/3, giving up 44 hits, 20 earned runs, 21 walks, 26 strikeouts at 2.82 average against, and a 3.65 earned run average. 0-2. Line back to center field. It's going to drop in front of Landry Fritzma. A leadoff single for Bruno.
Up to bat number 8, Taylor Oppenheim.
Well, with someone on base, a big story of the first game was errors in the infield and outfield. So just looking to see if Kalamazoo, after that break, was able to clean some things up. I think now it might be on show.
First pitch flied in the air. It's a fairly deep left field. Fisher twisting and turning and makes the catch for out number 1. Let's take a look at Kalamazoo defensively in this game. It's a little bit differently than it's been. Verba is in the circle. Shelby Bennett behind the plate. Jordan Weesaw at first. J.C. Ryder at second. Bellicazza at third. Emma Newlove moves from right to short. The outfield from left to right. Brenna Fisher, Landry Fritzma, and Alyssa Hinckley getting the start in right. Swing and a miss, and the runner goes, and Bruno will steal second base. Our game time temperature today, 48 degrees and cloudy. It's getting a little bit cooler. That's the 0-1. Lonin for a ball. This is against Haley Barnes, who was tough to get out in Game 1. Went 2 for 4, 2 singles and a walk. As Verba delivers, another strike makes the count 1-2. Taylor Oppenheim was the one who flew out in the previous at-bat. Here comes the 1-2. Bounces in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blocked by Bennett.
Yeah, and Verba going at it with the same pitch that got her to swing the first time.
2-2. Roped foul near the Hornet dugout. We'll stay at 2-2. Bruno's on second. 2-2 bounces, and it's away from Bennett, which will allow Bruno to move up to third. So we will have a payoff pitch early in this game. Verba delivers. Fly to left. It's over the head of Fisher. In to score is Bruno. And a double for Barnes results in an RBI.
It looked like Fisher had a good read on it originally, and then, I don't know, she kind of pump faked with her arm there, and then was late for the catch.
Number 1, Victoria Dunzinski.
Victoria Dunzinski comes up, a designated player in this game. If you look at the rest of the Eagles lineup, you have Bruno, Oppenheim, Barnes, Dunzinski. Following her will be Jasmine Lozano. That one misses. Then Mia Giamariz. 7th will be Janet Barkey. 8th will be Lauren Bogart, as that one is a little flare to short that Emma Newlove Makes the catch for out number 2 to bring up Lozano. Batting ninth will be Brenna Deutscher.
You know, definitely not an easy catch there by New Love. Seen her kind of do a side backways track there, and she was able to track it down, catch it in the glove. Made it look easy almost.
Lozano, the pitcher for this game, looks at ball 1. One 0 is popped up into the shallow grass of right field. It's caught by J.C. Ryder. It will end the inning. So Benedictine gets 2 hits. They put 1 run on the board, leaving 1. Go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Eagles. Bottom of inning number 1, Brenna Fisher will lead off for Kalamazoo as we take a look at their lineup for game 2. It'll be Fisher, followed by Landry Fritzma, Jordan Weesaw, Bella Caza, Macy Ward, Emma Newlove, Alyssa Hinckley, Shelby Bennett, and J.C. Ryder. As the first pitch to Fisher is hit on the ground up the middle, past the diving Deutscher, a base hit. Fisher went 0 for 3 in game 1, gets her first hit of the day in game 2.
Well, Fisher definitely has a speed to steal.
Benedictine with that win in game 1 is now 3-0 in true road games as Fisher does take off. The throw down was bobbled, and Fisher will get a stolen base. It was strike 1 to Fritzma for Fisher. That is her 17th stolen base of the year. That is a large number of steals before we even hit conference play. As Fritzma looks at a ball. If you're keeping track at home, the single season record for stolen bases is that pitch is inside 2-1 is 32. It was set last year by Lizzie Rottenberg, and Fritzma's now just tied for 3rd for single season stolen bases. Fritzma then puts that the other way in the right center, base hit. Fisher will get waved around. She will score easily, and the Hornets tie this game up with an RBI single.
Yeah, just a nice hit right there. Perfectly in the gap between second base and then our second base player there is just nicely in the gap, able to sneak it through. Easy first base hit right there.
Take a look at the numbers for Jasmine Lozano, the junior from Chicago, pitching for Benedictine, making her 9th start, 4-3 win-loss record, 4 complete games, and 1 shutout. As a strike that we saw today won't be the second. Has 36 innings pitched, 57 hits, 19 earned runs, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, 3.52 average against 3.69 earned run average. 0-1 to Weesaw is hit high in the air in the foul territory near the wall, and it is caught by Barnes over at third for the first out of the inning.
Now to bat number 14, Bella Caza.
Brings up Bella Caza.
Such a great walk-up song.
First pitch is outside, or rather caught the outside part of the plate for a strike, and then Fritzma took off. He's going to get a stolen base, so another runner in a scoring position. Caza drove a run in game one, continuing her hot streak. Picked up 2 hits in the game. 0-1 on the ground and foul. Caza on Tuesday picked up 5 hits and an RBI. 2 hits and an RBI in game one. So if you do some quick math, 7 hits and 2 RBIs in the last 3 games. Homered in game one this year against Franklin and flies that one to left right at Barkey. Out number 2.
And it was a nice piece of hitting, too.
Now to bat number 4, Macy Ward.
Little trade-off of information there as Caza gets off the field.
Brings up Ward. Ward looks at a ball outside. Ward was 1 for 4 in game one. Did score a run. Trying to give the Hornets an early lead. Looks at a ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. That's in for a strike right down the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield playing straight up. 2-1 is fouled. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I was just going to mention how Lozano's just really good at just kind of self-regulating here. You can see she puts a couple in the glove, and that's really just to regulate pitching and keep emotions in check. And sometimes it's part of that ritual of just really making sure that you have a smooth release off this pitch. And you've seen it a couple times. She was able to get the last strike.
Popped up, shallow center, and in the catch it is Bogart. It will end the inning. But the Hornets get a couple of hits and a run to answer the Eagles' run in the top half of the inning. Go to inning number 2, 1-1 between the Hornets and Eagles. We go to the top of inning number 2, and it's led off by Mia Guillemariz, senior from Beecher, Illinois. Looks at a strike from Verba. Guillemariz is from Bloomingdale, Illinois. Or the sophomore. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, just such a strong stance by Verba. You can kind of see when she pitches, it's just so tall and just really releases with a lot of power.
0-2's up high. 2.29 average for Gia Maries with 11 hits. Should be followed by Bartkey and Bogart in the inning. Game even at 1. 1-2. Popped up. Foul, out of play, right, or rather not out of play.
Not out of play.
It stayed in. The angles are a little weird. Bennett was able to make the catch. So 1 away.
Up to bat number 18, Jenna Barkey.
Brings up Bartkey, the freshman from New Lenox, Illinois. Reached on an error in game 1. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
You know, I was trying to remember who's pitching Verba reminds me of, and I think she's a little bit of a mix. She kind of reminds me of Jenny Finch, if you're familiar.
I am not familiar. Enlighten me.
Jenny Finch is famous, probably one of the most popular softball players you can know. A famous pitcher, played for Team USA, all around a great player. And that's going to be strike there. Just an overall player, just really good. She got picked up quite a bit of fame for just being such a strikeout hitter. And she's just good. I mean, there's nothing much you can say, but Verba's stance kind of reminds me a bit of hers.
It's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're drawing comps to someone on Team USA, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I think it has to do with just how tall she stands and how much power she releases with. Kind of really reminds me of getting a bit of flashback there, just watching those USA games.
1-2. Fly to the left. Fisher's there. Makes the catch. 2 away.
Now to bat number 10, Lauren Bogard.
Brings up Bogard. Singled and walked, scored a run, stole 2 bases in game 1. Swing and a miss. A 1 is low. Flare in the left, and again Fisher there. Busy this inning for Brenna Fisher, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Verba. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-1 to the Eagles and Hornets. Oh, that's easy. Ask Molly about some of the words I said last year. I'll figure that one out easy.
Emanulov up to bat now.
Start the bottom of the second. Emanulov leads off, hits that hard up the middle, base hit.
Woo! Head down. She knew exactly where she wanted to be. As soon as she made contact, she didn't even look to where that ball ended. Head down. Started running full speed first base. You love to see it.
Brings up Alyssa Hinckley, who picked up her first career RBI in game 1 on a sac fly. Lays down a bunt. Very well placed. The throw will get the out at first. Moves up Newlove.
Again, just good base running by Newlove there. You kind of seen her round second and keep her head up, making sure that she doesn't get caught by a throw.
So Newlove into scoring position, brings up Bennett. Strike 1 to Bennett, the catcher.
Just a good inside pitch there by Bennett there.
Bennett's 2 of 9 on the year with an RBI. Picked up a hit in game 1 coming in for Kaza. Looks at another strike. Umpires in this game, Dan Gustafson, and he's behind the plate, and Robert Hinojaga out in the field. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there are 2 down.
You know what? I prefer a strikeout swinging than a strikeout looking.
That's always better. I still watch the video of Miguel Cabrera striking out looking in the World Series and cringe.
Oh, yeah.
2012.
No, that's a good one.
I was 9 years old.
That one never fails to make me cringe, actually.
My parents let me stay up late to watch a game that went into extra innings, and the Tigers lost to get swept. Ryder puts that up the middle. Didn't look at that one. A base hit that's going to bring Newlove in to score, and the Hornets take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Newlove on second there and head down again and just booked it super quick, got home, and that's one more added to Kalamazoo's score.
Brings up Fisher. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. Corner infielders in against Brenna Fisher. Looks at a ball as Bruno came up looking to back pick. Slow roller, gloved at third. The throw is in time just by a touch.
Very close play right there.
Hornets had another run. We go to the top of the third, 2-1 Kalamazoo. Top of inning number 3, Hornets pitching with a lead for the first time in game 2. Maddie Verba gets a pop-up in the foul territory, caught by Weesaw. That makes it 6 consecutive for Verba, pitching right now with a ton of
Out to
aura.
bat number 4, Morgan Bruno.
Yeah, because for baseball, they're tired of the music, so they just play whatever music to make sure it's clean. Okay.
Brings up Bruno, who singled off of Verba to start the game.
Yeah, I know. Last time it was one.
We can just keep the same one for now.
First pitch, a touch low.
It's our luck. There would be some bad song plays in our 80s right there. Yeah. And then that's on me.
That is struggle.
Dude, music, if a person was more played the music. Well, last I don't remember if it was a softball game or not. But
That's
there
in the
was
zone.
a
One
song
ball, one strike.
got mad 'cause they were cussing in the song. Like it was in the clean room.
Verba's last start on Tuesday, she didn't even record an out before having to lead the game. Weren't sure why, but
They came up here.
a really encouraging sign to see her out here throwing strikes, and that one misses low. Throwing strikes, getting outs in this one.
Yeah, definitely that. And I think throwing strikes is almost an understatement. Just coming out here and really strong outing so far. And just, again, super powerful pitches, only helping Kalamazoo out.
2-1. High and foul. Into the trees. Bruno will be followed by open highs. Two. Just misses. Bennett trying to frame it in. And the count is full. 3-2 is upstairs, so Bruno reaches for the second time today.
Yeah, just going to take a little bit of regrouping here for Verba. Again, really strong outing so far. Look for her to continue that, and it's just going to take probably kind of stepping in that zone again and just making sure you take a breath with your pitches, right? You got to stay in the zone.
First pitch in for a strike. Open highs flew out to pretty deep left field her first time up. Fisher out there made a really nice play, twisting and turning. As the 0-1 is popped up, foul territory. That one, I believe, hit the screen. As Bennett let it drop. Verba's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And that one fouled off again. We mentioned in game 1 how hard Benedictine is to strike out through 9 1/3 of an inning. They have yet to strike out today, and on the year, they've only struck out 31 times. As an 0-2, runner takes off, it's high. The throw down, did they get the tag? They did! What a throw by Bennett, and what a tag by Newlove.
Yeah, what a tag by Newlove. Such an understatement right there. I mean, the way she was just able to snag the ball out of the air, turn around, and just barely clip the runner. That was an out all day, but just a beautiful play overall.
It's 1-2. Verba now 1 pitch away from ending the inning. That's not going to happen there, as that one's hit foul. Fisher went diving for it.
Verba just looking to put it away now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Verba winds and delivers. That's outside. Barnes would be next with the RBI double in the first to give Benedictine there. So far, 1 and only lead. Two. Fly to left center. That's trouble. Down in the gap and a single for Oppenheis. Brings up Barnes.
20, Haley Barnes.
As mentioned, the RBI double in the first. That's the third hit of the game for the Eagles.
However, we're just going to have to stay calm and collected here. Again, just a repeat of before. Just stay calm and collected. Get this last out. Move it back into the dugout.
First pitch misses.
I'm not opposed to a pickoff out.
A back pick type of play.
That'd be nice.
When it works, it's beautiful. Usually doesn't. I think the success rate of back picks in the major leagues is like 3%. That one's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Dozinski will be next. As the 2-0 is popped up. We saw going back, and nobody's going to be able to get to it. Makes it 2-1.
Almost thought it was going to be fair.
Two-one bounces way in front of the plate. It's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, not very characteristic of Verba here, but just needs to clean it up.
Yeah, rubs the zero a little bit, trying to regain a little bit for control. Does on that pitch, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Now open highs on the move. Three-two. Roped foul into the batting cages behind the Kalamazoo bullpen. Three-two. Again popped up out of play.
Yeah, right now it's just a little battle between Verba and Barnes.
As mentioned, Duzinski will be next. Hornets in the third. We'll have Fritzma, Weesaw, and Kaza. Payoff pitch 3-2. Fly high in the air, right around the line. Fisher makes the catch. That will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Hornets. Start the bottom of the third. Landry Fritzma will lead off. First one misses. Fritzma will be followed by Jordan Weesaw and Bella Kaza in the inning. Facing Jasmine Lozano. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Drops in a little low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
A good eye there by Frisma.
Frisma's 1 for 1. RBI single in the first to score Fisher. That's in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Such a good pitch there by Lozano, just barely painting the side, got the call.
Two. That's outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Fritzma is shot foul. We'll do the 3-2 one more time to the sophomore from Grand Rapids. Goes after that one. It's a slow roller to first. Flip for out number 1.
If that little hit right there was a little bit shorter, Frismo definitely would have been safe. You got to see her speed there. Just barely missing the safe call.
Weesaw comes up. Weesaw ropes that into left. Base hit.
Ooh, talk about a hit.
Ball came off the bat with a little extra jalapeno.
Up to bat number 14, Bella Casa.
You say it right, and then you say it wrong.
Now Kaza comes up. Flew out her first time up. Weesaw gets her first hit of the game. That's popped up out of play.
Yeah, Kaza definitely looking to put this one in the outfield.
Ball in the gap. Will likely score, Weesaw. That drops in.
Ooh, that would
No
have
balls.
been a pitch.
2 strikes.
That definitely would have been the pitch.
1 down in the bottom of the third. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Hornets. 1 run, 3 hits for the Eagles. 0-2. Swing and a miss when chasing a high one.
Chasing the high one happens to the best of us. Honestly, that's probably one of my biggest flaws when playing during high school is that rise ball gets you quite a bit.
You know, they tell you to lay off the high cheese. It's easier said than done.
Setting it up once again.
1-0 to Macy Ward. Is slowly on the ground to third, gobbled up and thrown across. For the third out of the inning, Hornets get a hit. They do not score, leaving 1. Go to top of the fourth. 2-1 Hornets.
Verba back to pitching.
At the top of the fourth, Verba's cruised through most of this game as this pitch misses to Victoria Dzinski. It'll be Dzinski, Jasmine Lozano, and Mia Giammaris in the Eagle fourth. Fly ball, center field, Fritzma there. And one away.
Up to bat number 3, Jazz Lozano.
Lozano's 0 for 1.
Woo.
First pitch in for a strike.
Got some heat on that one, and it's on pitcher crimes.
You're correct. Both pitchers facing each other in this at-bat. That's popped up. New Love calls off Kaza. 2 down.
Now to bat number 15, Mia Giammaris.
Giammaris popped up in foul territory her first time up. That's down and in for a ball.
Yeah, Verba just kind of lost the handle on it towards the end there. You kind of see where she flips her wrist. It kind of just slipped out a little bit too early.
1-0. That's just outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, that call tonight going 50-50.
Two-0 from Verba. On the ground sharply. Kaza with a diving stop. The throw across is in time.
Kazo. Now that's how you play third base.
And Verba cruising through this game like a machine milking a cow as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1, Hornets lead.
Number 24, Emma New Love.
Emma Newlove leading off for Kalamazoo. In the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Newlove, Hinckley, Shelby Bennett. Newlove singled and scored in the second inning. That run right now, the difference in this game is that one in for a strike. As the 0-1 is on the ground, foul just by third base.
Yeah, New Love kind of went upstairs for that one too. You can kind of see by the way that the hit kind of fizzled out towards the end.
Junior out of Tecumseh, Michigan. Gets rung up. A 3-pitch strikeout.
Again, that call has been 50-50 tonight, kind of on that outside corner.
Brings up Hinckley.
Now to bat number 8, Alyssa Hinckley.
Pitch in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Hinckley, who sacrificed bunt her first time up. That's shot down the right field line and foul over the tarp.
Yeah, Lozano just doing so good to utilize that outside corner, that pitch that we keep seeing. Most of the time when it's her pitching, we get the call. It's about a 50-50, though, I think, for the split.
Oh, 2 to Hinckley is popped up. Not going to get anywhere. And they're close for oh, and it's dropped. It's dropped.
And I don't know if it was just a bit of miscommunication or just too close
Yeah, it was
to each other.
open highs.
Kind
And
of,
Maddie Cuban right by each other.
yeah, it kind of looked like she had it in the glove originally, and then on squeeze, when trying to make the catch on squeeze, it came out of her glove and dropped. Hinckley definitely wasn't expecting that, had to be told to get back on the base.
Bennett shows bunt, looks at a strike. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in her last at-bat. Hinckley can run. By the way, that pop-up ruined the immaculate inning. Felt necessary to mention that. Hinckley does have a stolen base this year. As the 0-1 pulled back, and it's outside. Bennett will be followed by Ryder. As the 1-1 bunt showed again, laid down. It's a fair ball, and the throw will easily get Bennett, but Hinckley will move into scoring position.
That's the move, Hinckley in scoring position. Now we just got to put our bats down.
Now to bat number 2, J.C. Ryder.
Ryder's 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the second. Hinckley certainly has the speed to score on anything in the outfield. First pitch is in for a strike from Lozano. Fisher would be next. That's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. That error on that drop by Open Highs was the first error today against Benedictine. As the 1-1 drops in for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that error either. I thought that was in the glove, safe and sound.
Hey, it took a minute to pop out as well. 1-2. Ring it up, strike 3 called. Ends the inning, so the Hornets unable to convert on the Eagle error. We go to the 5th. 2-1, Hornets lead. Top of the 5th, and the first pitch flown high and pretty deep to left. Fisher's long run. She's not going to get there. Took a stab, and it's going to roll to the wall. And a leadoff double for Bartkey puts the tying run in scoring position in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, it was a good attempt there by Fisher. Almost fully had her back turned to the infield. She had a good read and then just kind of slipped up at the end.
4th hit of the day for the Eagles, and Bogard comes up. Corner infielders come in anticipating a bunt. There it is. Stabbed at Kaza, who's able to grab it, throw it in time for the out. Runner moves to 3rd. 1 away. Brings up Deutscher. And this is why
Bat number 17.
you put your hits leader in the 9 spot, that second leadoff spot, when you need a hit, as the entire infield's going to come in for the Hornets with the tying run on 3rd here in the top of inning number 5. First pitch in for a strike from Verba.
So much pace on that one and just perfectly placed at the corner of the box.
Esau and Kaza are in real tight as that pitch upstairs. One into the screen. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runner at 3rd is Bartkey. 1-2 in the dirt. Top of the order awaits. 2-2. Roped. Foul into the Hornet dugout.
And you could just feel the weight of this at bat, right? For either side here. Verba doing really well to just stay locked in.
Yeah, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Top 5. Runs have been hard to come by. Tying run on 3rd. 2-2 again from Verba. Fouled off. Got what she wanted out of Deutscher. A swing on the high mac and cheese, but couldn't get the swing and miss. Two again. In the air again. Foul. Into the bullpen. It's been well documented in this game how hard it is to put the Eagles down on strikes. Verba's been real close, but hasn't gotten there. 2-2. She does there, or rather it was hit back to her. They get the out at first. The throw to the plate. They got it! It looked like a swing and a miss, but it was rolled slowly back to Verba, who threw it to Weesaw. They got it at the plate. And a double play will end the inning as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Hornets still holding onto a 2-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Hornets have the top of the order following in double play to end the top of the 5th on a play that looked like it was a strikeout from my angle, but couldn't see the ball. As Brenna Fisher looks at ball 1. Instead, it was a slow roller back to Verba. That turns into a 1-3-2 double play to end the inning. Hornets have the top of the order here in the 5th with Fisher, Fritzma, and Weesaw. Fisher's 1 for 2 today. Single, stolen base, run scored. Looked like she showed bunt for a second and then looked at a strike.
Now Fisher looking to make some contact.
Give your big bats behind you a chance with runners on. 2-1. Right back at Lozano, and that took her mask off, and could have been a scary sight.
Yeah. Now you know why you got those masks.
Number 7, Landry Fritzma.
Yeah, it's a good thing she did.
That's why I always say give the pitcher a little bit of grace when there's a hit just coming right back at you.
Landry Fritzma batting now. Hits that one hard up the middle. A base hit. Back-to-back singles right up the middle.
Now
Put 2 on, nobody out for Weesaw.
Just able to really just put a hit right back up the middle like that, and I'm telling you, that's a guaranteed single every time.
And Weesaw chops that to third. That's 1 from her backside to throw to first. Not in time. That's some impressive flexibility there. As that had
Definitely.
not been a comfortable way for Openheis to land.
Yeah.
Trying to catch that. It's a huge out at because takes the lead runner out.
Super smart play there to tag the plate the base like that.
First pitch in for a strike. Kazos 0 for 2. Fly out, strikeout. 0-1's upstairs. One is low. Kaza will be followed by Ward.
Yeah, Kaza has the opportunity here to move up 2 of the runners and get some home.
Give a little bit of insurance to Verba as that one's a little flare to left. It's going to be caught by Barkey.
Yeah, and just too short for the runners to run on anything there.
Now to bat number 4, Macy Ward.
Ward is 0 for 2 as well. Fly out, ground out, pitch outside. Do you dare attempt a double steal here with Fritzma at second?
I think if you got a good jump, I think you got to attempt it.
Pitch in for a strike. Fritzma's getting huge leads off of second base. A little flare to right center.
Woo!
Base hit, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Fritzma in. Weesaw's going to be in. A stand-up double for Ward makes it 4-1 Hornets.
And Ward definitely makes it a party. Sending home 2.
Now to bat number 24, Emma Newlove.
Brings up New Love.
New Love looking at sending Ward home so she can get her flowers after that hit.
1 for 2 day for New Love. Single and a strikeout. That one shot into the screen.
Such a nice pitch there. New Love, I knew couldn't let off that one.
Big swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That misses outside. Lozano looking to get out of the inning, limit the damage.
Yeah, and good on New Love to hold off there. Pitches like those have been called a couple times.
4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the Hornets. Just a touch high. It's a New Love in the count even. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Benedictine. Two. Just misses again. I think Lozano thought she had strike 3.
Yeah, and even I let out of breath on that one.
Thought it was strike 3?
Thought it was strike 3.
That was close.
Very close. Definitely painted something there.
Didn't get the right hand of Dan Gustafson as the 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. Gets strike 3 there. And it will end the 5th. Hornets add 2 more. We go to the 6th. 4-1. Kalamazoo leads. Top of the 6th means top of the order for the Eagles. It'll be Morgan Bruno. The first pitch is in for strike 1. Bruno is 1 for 1. Single stolen base, has scored the lone Eagle run as that one bounces well in front. Walked her second at bat, was caught stealing. One is flied. Shallow left. New Love couldn't quite get to it. It will be a leadoff single.
Yeah, if New Love would have gotten to that catch, I mean,
Now to bat number
I think I would have personally gave her an interview after the game because that just was such a tough angle.
Brings up open highs. Ball's hit on the ground. Kaza only has one play, and it's at first. So 1 away. When you're up 3, the outs are more important.
Up to bat number 20, Haley Barnes.
Yeah, definitely. And as the game continues, you know, it feels like a little bit more pressure each at bat.
Barnes comes up. Was the lone RBI in this game as the first pitch fouled back to the screen. Little flare. New Love couldn't find it again. Bruno had to hold at third, but a couple of bloop singles. Balls in the air moving at turtle speed.
And it just looks like New Love turned on her left side. Just a little, almost had it, really had almost a good read on it, but just, I think took a wrong turn there.
So now the infield comes in again. First pitch touched low to Dzinski.
Now, I talked about how the pressure continues to rise as the game moves forward, and you can definitely tell, right, because it gets silent. But, you know, that's just an aspect that I love about softball. It never truly does go silent.
Popped up behind the plate. Bennett finds it.
Nice.
And there are 2 away. A big, big second out with nobody moving or scoring.
Up to bat number 3, Jazz Lozano.
Now Jasmine Lozano.
Pitcher.
Oh for 2 today with a pair of pop-ups. First pitch in the dirt. Really good job of blocking by Shelby Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett this whole time actually has been doing a pretty good job as just some of the pitches just kind of come off a little bit early off Verby's hand there.
1-0. Inside. At this point, a back pick's a little too risky, right?
I think if maybe if that first base runner,
You better be sure if you're doing it, right?
yeah, like big enough lead, you got to really make sure you got the read on that and that your first baseman is on the same.
They do try it, but it's unsuccessful. Nobody moves up.
Yeah, unsuccessful, but well executed.
Pitch was a strike. It's 2-1. Two one, out of play again. Two. Got her, strike 3.
Woo!
A ring up call, and finally an Eagle goes down on strikes. Took nearly the entire day, and Verba able to strand 2. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Hornets hope it's their final time batting. Coming up. Hornets are the bottom of the order in the bottom of the 6th. Starting with Alyssa Hinckley, followed by Shelby Bennett and J.C. Ryder. First pitch to Hinckley, upstairs, ball 1. Hinckley is 0 for 1, has a sac bunt, and then reached on an error in the 4th. 1-0. That caught the outer part of the plate. That one in the zone again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 4-1 Hornet lead. Maddie Verba gave up a run in the first, hasn't allowed one since. Hornets got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the 5th. As that one's upstairs, they look to avoid a sweep and pick up win number 11 on the year.
Yeah, and I mentioned it during Hinckley's first at-bat, but I just feel like she's a little tense sometimes, and you can kind of see her start to wiggle, and it looks like it's just to get a little bit looser in the box.
Gets rung up on a pitch on the outside corner.
Up to bat, number 15.
6th
Shelby Bennett.
strikeout for Lozano as Bennett comes up. First pitch to Bennett is upstairs. Bennett struck out her first time up, and then a sac bunt in the 4th. Hornets will be able to get everybody 3 at-bats today, at least in this game. 1-0. That's down. 2 balls, no strikes. Hornets do have a pinch hitter on deck as Lily Evans is going to come in again. Up and in.
Whew.
3 balls, no strikes.
Yep, now she's got a bit of a batter's count now.
You have give her the green light on 3-0.
I would. I'm always for the green light on 3-0.
We'll find out. 3-0. She does not take it. And it's a strike.
That would have been the one to take.
Three-one is hit hard but foul. Bennett just a step ahead of it. Now a payoff pitch to Bennett. The windup and delivery. Got her. Strike 3. Bennett thought she had ball 4.
Yeah, again, it's that outside call. Gets some of them, and then it doesn't get the others.
Now to bat, number 3, Lily Evans.
Lily Evans will pinch hit. Did so in game 1 as well. Picked up an RBI double, as well as a walk. Reached base twice. Trying to give Fisher in the top of the order a chance to hit. Pops this one up. It's out of play. Lands in the stands.
Bunch of ricochet.
Well, everybody's okay. It's 0-1 to Evans. That's upstairs.
Ooh, that one had some movement on it.
It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Benedictine in the 7th. We'll go 6, 7, 8. That one's hit high in the right. Making the catch was Ashlyn Rapaz, and that will end the 6th. So the Hornets go 1, 2, 3. They need 3 outs to earn a split in the top of the 7th. Hornets need 3 more outs to pick up a split in a doubleheader with Benedictine. And it's coming back into the game be Mia Guillemariz, sophomore from Bloomingdale. Puts that one into the screen. Was 0 for 2 and then was replaced by Ashlyn Rapaz. And then re-enters here to hit. It'll be Guillemariz, Bartkey. As that one misses. Guillemariz, Bartkey, and Bogard. Verba needs 3 outs to get a complete game win and a really, really nice performance. That's upstairs, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Verba delivers. In the air to right. Coming in is Hinckley. She makes the grab. 1 down. Brings up Bartkey, who has a double in this game.
Up to bat, number 18, Jenna
Just
Bartkey.
clean routine play by Hinckley.
Four runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Hornets, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Eagles. Pitch misses to Bartkey, who's 1 for 2. Fly out double. The upcoming schedule for Benedictine. They will continue conference-wise. That one way inside. They will travel to the Milwaukee School of Engineering Saturday, Concordia, Wisconsin on Monday, and Dominican on Tuesday as part of an 8-game road trip, including the games today. Next home game will be on the 12th against St. Norbert. 2-0. That's in. 2 balls, 1 strike. As for the Hornets in the upcoming schedule, they begin MIAA play on Sunday. They will travel to the preseason favorite and defending champs, Trine. That's hit really hard down the left field line. Should be extra bases for Bartkey, who's going to have her 2nd double of the game.
Yeah, just a good bit of hitting there.
Up to bat, number 10, Lauren Bogard.
Bogart comes up. Just heard Kate Heitkamp tell her, we need a base hit. No real possibility of a bunt, especially down 3 runs. Can't afford to give up any outs as that one's off the screen. Bogart is 0 for 1. Fly out sack bunt. The Hornets' next home game will be on Wednesday of next week when they take on Calvin. 0-1, lined into right, base hit. They're going to send the runner home. The throw is cut off. Barkey comes in to score. It's 4-2.
Yeah, good a bit of base running there by Barkey, able to come in, head down. Just worried about that home plate, touching it before getting out.
RBI single for Bogard. Puts the tying run at the plate in the form of Deutscher. Deutscher's 0 for 2 today. With Bruno, who has had Verba's number on deck. Pitch low. One ball, no strikes. Corner infielders playing tight, but everyone's straight up normal depth. That one misses. Or no, it's in the zone. For a strike. A little bit of a late call. So it's 1-1. That was the 8th hit of the game for the Eagles. That's 1-1. Chopped foul.
Kalamazoo just looking to get out of the inning.
Get out of here with a win. Salvage a doubleheader with a split. 1-2. She went fishing. The runner will be on the move, and they're not going to be able to throw down. Bennett looked to throw to second instead of taking the out at first. Or no, it's going to be, they're going to get the out anyway. The runner took off after the swing, so therefore it is going to be a strikeout on a wild pitch.
Up to bat, number 4, Morgan Bruno.
So now Bruno comes up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And it's popped up right behind home plate. Bennett's got it, and the Hornets will salvage a split of the doubleheader. Maddie Verba with a phenomenal start today. Complete game, giving up 2 runs, striking out 2 as we look at some RBIs today for Benedictine in game 2. 1 from Haley Barnes, 1 from Lauren Bogard for the Hornets. They got, give me 1 second, 2 from Macy Ward, 1 from Landry Fritzma, 1 from J.C. Ryder. Maddie Verba, the winning pitcher, 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 2, and just 2 earned runs. Benedictine's losing pitcher is Jasmine Lozano. Not a bad start for her. 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, struck out 7. Didn't walk anybody, gave up 4 runs, all earned. This will just about wrap us up here. We thank you all for tuning in. But before that, Maya, what was the difference in game 2 for Kalamazoo?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think it was just a way cleaner game second round. Second time around, Kalamazoo just able to clean up their infield play. You've seen a lot of good defense, and then they were able to make connections with their bats early on in game 2, and that's what made the difference here. And just a complete turnaround, honestly, I think. Minor errors, I think, that maybe just need a bit of buffing, but other than that, they really cleaned it up game 2, and I think that's what led them to the win.
We're going to wrap this one up. Again, coming up in about an hour and 15 minutes, the Kalamazoo College men's lacrosse team will host their senior night when they take on Alma. Signing off here from the Kalamazoo College softball field, my name is Zach Metz. Joining me is Maya Pasillas. Your final score from Game 2, Kalamazoo 4, Benedictine 2. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.